Okay. Well, I have some snacks. I have some Calpico Mini. Delicious, by the way. Which must mean... Oh, and Final Fantasy running in the background. So, that must mean it's time once again for... Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy XIV Friday. With your host, me, Ryune Seiji. Okay. So, last time, I didn't have my usual, face thing, so now we have my face thing. Isn't that special? Yeah, we did some of the main story stuff, did the level 20 class quest, which got us nothing. We didn't get an action for that? Or did we forget to turn it in? No, I'm pretty sure we just didn't get an action. We got an axe, but that's all we got. Also, I need to make sure everything's in the center so people can actually read it. Okay. Well, alright, I guess we'll just go with that. I am Mizambod, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Need one of the straws. It's kind of like a Capri Sun in a way. In a very strange, yogurty kind of way. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do... It's Isambard, right? Okay, that means it's not the guy I was thinking of. At least I don't think it is. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. And we can get the Brass Gorget, which will be a huge boost. Well, not huge, but it'll be a boost versus the, bone necklace. So, yeah, those are still readable, so it's fine. Alright. Awesome. Unfortunately, didn't increase the item level because it's the same item level as the bone necklace. No, it wasn't. It was 8 levels higher. Still didn't change our item level, though. Let us get right to it. Then, Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama. Okay, you can read that. Adama Landama. That's a name. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deeds before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing. You may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Still trying to figure out when we get to our chocobos and different mounts and stuff. It's also raining. That happens a lot here in Eastern Thanalan for whatever reason. Some hunts require certain weather. I don't think this is one of them, though. Have I ever fought the S rank in Eastern Thanalan? Also debating if I should show off hunts or not. Maybe I'll show you, B ranks and occasional A ranks, but probably not much more than that. Because it would drive me insane. You don't know how much I've hunted, but I can guarantee you it's quite a few times. Alright. It's a shame, because if I had my chocobo, this would be a lot easier. Alright, well, let's go with our main combo here. Someone else summoned their things, but you can tell by the ones that are purple. So ignore the ones that are purple, unless you want a really bad time. Use Bloodbath that warrior won't have anymore. Alright. We should be good now. So let's interact with the ripe corpses. I might as well help them out. You're welcome. Okay. And 3. And now we go back. Easy enough, right? Simple way back down there, since we have infinitely regenerating health and we don't have to worry too much about fall damage as long as you're not in a battle. If you're in a battle, though, falls can kill you, so be careful of that. I learned that the hard way a few times in Mordona. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fulfillment? Ripe corpses, which are flowers, apparently. This poor soul appears to have been ravaged by an amalja before sitting to rot for several turns of the sun. That's disgusting. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. I have a guess. And it's a pretty good guess considering future knowledge. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. Drybone. Oh. Well, I'll wait. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? So next Friday, I should probably mention, I should also say that it's going to be like next Friday really early in the morning, 3 a.m. Mountain Time, or whenever the servers go up. I'll be streaming Stormblood like until I need to leave for my fiance's graduation thing. But until then, when I get home on Thursday, which will be around this time, I'm gonna be playing just whatever, trying to keep myself hyped for Dark Souls. Maybe I'll play some like Final Fantasy 1 or something. I don't know. Like the Dawn of Souls version. It sounds like fun. Then again, I could always play Dark Souls 2. I'll probably be done with Dark Souls 1 by that time, considering I'm pretty close to the end. I don't think I have many bosses left. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, what say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it to be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. What poor people think. Oh, I think this is the quest we need to do to unlock Halatali. I would need to check on that. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the 7 hells do you want with me now? A few words scrawled in code by Isambard of Drybone. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What's with all the disappearances? You can go talk to him yourself if you don't believe me. Wow, this person's level 30. Fancy. Okay, let's see. Speak with the common folk. Alright, well, first up we have the hungry beggar. Please, miss, just leave me be. Well, that was important. Next. We have the devious derelict. I've nothing to say but this. That Thal take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Well, That was a very angry Lala. Delivery! I got some more gold chocobo feathers. I assume my friend renewed for Stormblood. Anyway. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Okay. And now we go back to Ungust. Ungust. Unjust. Unjust? Is that his name? Okay, anyway. Gotta love the Lala jumping animation. Whee! Okay. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Like from Final Fantasy VII. That was the first thought I had when I first played this game. Though, there's something a little more to it than that. We haven't been to Costa del Sol, have we? Because I would look kind of stupid if we had. No, okay. Didn't think so. Welcome back, Chizu. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Level up! 21's pretty boring level. You don't get much for it. Let's see if we can get a cotton action, which is total crap compared to the plundered cuirass. So, yeah, we'll probably just take the silver pieces. They sell for 500 gil a piece. That's not bad. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the church of Saint Adama Landama. Stupid name. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. Oh, I know what we're talking about. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this corpse? It's embalmed, after all. A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. Marquet? He tends to the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I don't want to fight any liches. We've fought a mind flayer already, thanks. Well, let's head up here. This dude's level 41, so that would explain the chocobo. But it doesn't tell me what level I need to be to get the chocobo. I think it's 25. I don't know, though. We'll know when it happens, trust me. Because this thing will light up, probably. This little green button here. Considering how many mounts we have. Hello, Marquez, Marquess, Marcos. I am Marcus, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. I assure you nothing will happen. That's the fourth and last bottle in the pack. That makes me sad. Alright, so we just head up. I usually get lost on the way to this thing. I think it's like up here. Oh no. See that grave up there? I don't think that's actually it. Can we zoom in a bit? Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah. How the heck do you get up there? Oh, right. Right. The Church of Saint Adama Landama. This always confuses me because this darkened path here is kind of hard to see. Zoom that back out. Okay. A dead body ready for internment. Sounds good. Oh, wait a minute. Ow. Oh, okay. I thought, like, these blowflies attacked you, but I guess it's because I attacked them the first time I did this. Oops. May they all walk in Thal's realm. Oh, what? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister... These names! But maybe Sister Orkin can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orkin within the church walls. Alright, well, let's enter the change of Saint Adama Landama. Have you ever been told that your saint has a silly name? I thought that was over. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the order, and I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent? Looks like an assassin. I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquess would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquess soon. Thancred, you say? One of the scions, in case anyone forgot. I know I did the first time. I'm all like, Thancred, that sounds familiar. Derp-a-derp. But now, after playing so much of this game, I would need to actually be on Natsuki. Okay. I'm playing for 14 hours on Tuesday, though. Go us. Okay, I can tell you it's in the thousands. Thank you, Chizu. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Chizu? I'm trying to think of a good Thancred voice, because he's going to be kind of a major character. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes the confession, the good Sister Orkin herself? Orkin! She wouldn't! She couldn't! Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquess. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Anyway, here's some silver pieces. I hope you enjoy them. Sometimes I imagine to myself that while we're doing one of these quests and stuff, a Moogle swoops in out of nowhere and then delivers us these random quest rewards. Why is that the thing that comes to my mind, you may ask? I couldn't tell you. Man, that pink is a pretty terrible color for that. Let's go with bone white, I guess. I'm trying to get rid of the dyes in my freaking inventory. And we'll dye this blue to match the chest piece thing. Yeah, there you go. It's great. Don't worry, we'll be getting some better looking armor sets later. That thing would be so much better if it wasn't just Disciples of War, period. I guess we'll just take an elegant silver piece. Sister Orkin, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own. And it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray, seek out the boy, Chizu, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orkin's activities. Do I have C-pose on? Yep. Okay, cool. I like the warrior C-pose. The female one specifically. Alright, so we're looking for an uncombed urchin. And he is north at the Golden Bazaar, which we have yet to visit, I believe. Though it appears we've explored all of Eastern Thanalan somehow. Go figure. Alright. Maybe it doesn't fill in the map anymore on the overworld. Kind of weird. Excuse me. Speaking of excuse me, snack time. Look, no hands. Anyway, hello? Go lower your own interest rate, you... Okay. Apologies for that. Apparently, they really wanted to get in touch with me about my credit card interest rate or some stupid bullshit. So yeah. I don't have music on, do I? No, I do. There's just no music in this area. In case you were wondering. Oh, there's a fade happening here. Please help. Sister Orkin went... Oh, wow. You're not that young. Okay. Please help. Sister Orkin went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. And she's fast. Please don't attack me. I really don't want to deal with you. I legit thought that this thing over here was a bonfire. If we were in a dungeon, I would obviously play more seriously, but we're not. So I'll just click on everything while eating. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. But are you evil? Oh, return to Camp Drywall. Well, screw those. But Seichi, why not use the Aetheryte tickets? You have like 93 of them. Because, my friends, we'll be using them plenty over the course of this adventure. Trust me. In the meantime, where the heck is the shop? Because after thinking about it, I would like to get rid of the Allegan pieces. They're good for nothing more than selling. Unless you have really, really dumb people on your server who will actually buy these for more than they're worth. But that generally isn't the case. Now, you could keep these for synthesis materials, but honestly, I don't see the point in it. I should ask Squishy if I could have my alt join his FC or something. Nah, it should be good. Got some orange juice, got some boiled eggs, marmot steaks. Marmot steaks will be good for Lovey dungeons. We're up to 20,000. Nice. Yo, Isambard. Sister Orkin was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Or is it a ruse? I honestly don't remember. This early, really early stuff kind of went over my... It didn't go over my head, but at the same time, I don't remember it that well. This could be useful, but we'll probably get something better in Halatali anyway. And we are using the friendship circle until 25, so we might get to go to Totoro. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orkin. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. I still don't see any quests down there, so... Oh, dogs go to hell. You can use R to auto run, by the way. I don't know if that was clear. On the PS3-4 controller, I think it's L1. Which is confusing as crap because all one of those other things, so... I wonder if sales bug there. Up. I'm trying to clean this crap out of my keyboard. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Chizu. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Dang, there's no way to go back. I was hoping to try to read the dialogue, but I guess we're screwed. Oh, crap. No. It's just, because they use end fire on everything. You know, at the very least, the second hotbar, I could just use my, mouse thing. I mean, that's why it's there. Anyway, you go a bit inside the encampment, kill a few Amalja, ask a level 60 friend to do it. You know, whatever is available to you at the time. And when we return to Thancred, he does stuff. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? A strange slip of parchment found at the Amalja encampment in Eastern Banline. This leaflet, see the wealth of Null to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though. Atrocious, is it not? These bits about Null Doll seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orkin makes of it. Sounds like a plan. How far is... it's not too far. Also, I want to point out that that quest was called Amalja Wrong Places. I hope you enjoyed the bad puns and the quest titles of World of Warcraft, because it's just as bad in this game. Well. Fenrir? Okay. Wait, huh? Oh! We're working. She's in the, which is this thing? Nope. This thing. I hope I'm making you dizzy, because I certainly am myself. My savior comes again. To what do I do? To what do I owe the honor of this day? It's the kid, another kid, and Thancred. I thought that was off enough there for a second. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother of the order. Brother or sister of the order, of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Well, that would suck. The plot thickens, Chizu. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his description. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell him Isambard what we have learned here. Sounds good to me. How does one get out of this inn? Okay. And it's raining again. Of course it is. It's always freaking raining here. I mean, I love rain, don't get me wrong, but posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, excuse me, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Chizu. I shall keep my eyes and ears open, now more than ever. Dress to deceive. That's the one. That's the quest. I remember now. For realsies this time. Man, nothing beats dungeon gear, does it? I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Thankrib is doing some weird stuff over there. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Chizu and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs. Slops! So long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Chizu. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments he has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. That's funny, we use the same exact disguise later on. And when I say later, I mean way later. Well, let's equip the things, and then he'll be like, ignore the fancy gloves and the cool circlet and all that. You know, that's not important. What is important is that somewhere on this hotbar, I need to put the warrior thing. I don't plan to do my gathering craft room. Perfect. Okay. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Wow. What a bitch. Alright. Hello, Swainhilt. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Upon thy heart to this light open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want not for till the end of days. I'm sure that guy's not suspicious at all. More importantly, where the heck is this other person? Are they in the M? Just barge into someone's in room. I need work. Oh, he's on top. How do you get up there? No, but really. Oh, okay. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? I'm starting to think there's a place that people gather. It's the Flame Captain. What's up, Captain? And you are? Oh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Wow. What a dick. Okay, finally. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. But get out of here so I can finish my story. Hey, how come he's not wearing clothes? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Chizu. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but the camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Mount, go! Darn. Seriously, when does that happen? I mean, I really don't see any reason it's not, like, accessible right away. So... I'm also thinking of the best way to tank the next boss, because apparently we're doing him before Halatali. So... not that it'll take very long. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Chizu. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls, this is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh! Not you again! Were you the one leaking... I thought he was holding a gun to him. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I know nothing about that, I swear it! At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Okay. Chizu, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Or can we? Find our exiles? No, not yet. Oh my god, we gotta go all the way to the Waking Sands. Okay, well, I know for a fact we come back here, so it's not really that big a deal. I'll use it on that one. It is over 200. 200 gil? That's insane! Granted, I only have like 600,000 on Natsu, so... Excuse me. Alright. Excuse me again. I have like no one on my friends list besides whoever this is and Ewan, who doesn't play the game anymore. But yeah, it's not much of a friends list now, is it? I'm gonna have to add the raid people to it sometime. But probably not while I'm a sprout. Maybe one day they'll see one of my streams. Maybe they're watching right now. Who knows? I don't have anything on my viewer list, but at the same time, I know that that thing doesn't refresh all the time. So. Huh? Oh, that's a... Okay. I was like, why is there a quest down there? It's funny because by the next time we do this, I won't even need to do leveling on Gladiator Paladin anymore. Because I would have had to for, provoke and stuff like that, but now I won't have to, because it'll be all cross-roll skills. Yay! Is warrior keeping fracture? I guess it's something I'll learn when we get there. At least we're not very far right now, so we don't have to rearrange our skills and stuff too much. Talk to you. Braving New Depths, level 35. Oh, Cutter's... No. Karn. Sunken Temple of Karn, right? This one's Trauma Queen, which is level 47? I know that's not... okay. I guess we'll look that one up later. Anyway, let's enter the Waking Sands. I ran too far past the orb. Now to open the door, I have to use my back. Hey, Minfilia, what's up? I'm still in disguise. I should probably get rid of that, eh? Welcome back, Chizu. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. That's a lot of bronze pieces. But it's only like 700 gil. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Life, materia, and everything. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is, Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. That's important. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm, and all the crafters. Every single one of them. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Okay. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft for you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Bonfire. Okay. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Or, you know, just know where it is. That also helps. There we go. Now we're not wearing crappy, you know, slops. Let's see. Central Thanalan. No. My back hurts. Okay, so Central Thanalan, you go north, and he's like right up there. You can also just follow the quest marker, but you gotta go around it this way, otherwise you won't be able to get there. It used to be one of the ways I think you could go out of bounds, but I'm not entirely sure. I only know a few methods of doing that, and most of them have been patched out by now. What's up, Swinbros? You got something cool for me? Forging the Spirit, materia assimilating. Oh, we need that. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Though, through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. Such items can then be converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. Unless it's parry. Don't attach parry to your stuff! I am well versed in the ways of materia conversion. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. We actually have a spirit bond with like almost all this stuff. Unfortunately, I don't want to, get rid of it yet. You are ready to commence your learning. Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. It was also a very important thing in Final Fantasy VII. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. Also notice, this is the reason for RNG crap. This means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Phobos, yeah? Melding is her field of expertise. Is that an eyeball? It's been distracting me the last few minutes. Please be advised that if you wish to remove materia from an item, you must visit Mutamix. There is literally no other way in the game to do it. Maybe one day they'll actually allow crafters to be able to do it themselves. That'd be nice. And now you can create materia. Let's see if we got anything cool to spirit bond. Or convert. Yeah, we have an iron war axe. Okay. So it's pretty simple. Once you have something with 100 spirit bond and you don't use it anymore, especially weapons, then you can do that. And now we have a battle dance materia. Awesome. The worst materia we could possibly get. Yeah. Everything else, I would probably recommend not doing it so quickly. But it's up to you. If you think you don't need the Helm of Light anymore, well, that's too bad, because you have to keep it anyway. But, alright. And then meld requests, you can go up to random peoples or friends or whatever and ask them to meld your gear. Or, when you hit level 60, there's an... Well, you don't unlock the town at level 60, but pretty much. There is an NPC who can do it for a fee. A very, very tiny fee, considering what they're doing. So. Skull! Who is Uplander? Come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots. This plain dagger has absolutely no defining characteristics, except that the hilt does smell quite nice. That's what? That's a little weird. I gotta say. It's extremely weird, actually. Fighty tool drinks in nary self. What? Why are you speaking like a goblin? You're not a goblin. When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to stony shine. Name of materia. You're cute. Kokosamu. He looks like a botanist. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then big eyes! Fighty tool gains power of airy self! Skull! Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes! Tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. I love goblins. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes! Skull! Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make a teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes! Pascal! I love making that noise. Materia joined with Fighty Tool. And then it fails because it was over melted. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. I melted parry to it. Have fun. Here I plan to take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is crystallized. It is created by reducing equipment into its etheric constituents and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has imbued with its own spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon with wielding. Skull! Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. In other words, you gotta be a crafter. Level 20, if I remember correctly. Maybe 25. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. That was hurting my throat. Alright. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Once we become a crafter of level 19, that's a very odd and very random level. Oh, it's 25. You have to be 25 as a crafter, or he won't remove materia for whatever reason. Could not tell you why, but it was pretty annoying the first time that happened. Let me tell you. And then I got all the crafters to 60. The end. Okay, so we want to go back to Minfilia, of course. Screw it. Oh, get out of my head. Ow. The chances of me running into one of the people I know in places other than Old Isle, Silemensa, and Gridania is extremely low. But it could happen. Maybe they're out hunting or something. I don't know. I know most of my main FC hangs out in Silemensa. But most of these other people are just sprouts. Cute little sprouts. Aren't they adorable? And now you can do the free trial of Final Fantasy XIV up to level 35 on every single job. Yep. That's a thing that can happen. Except Heaven's Word jobs, obviously. Because you need to be level 50 to get to Ishgard. But other than that, you know, you get to play each and every one of the 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. These are all classes. So, 9. 9, 9, 9! You get to level 35 of each of those 9 classes, and that takes quite a few hours, let me tell you. So, and you could even do Pals of the Dead, and later on, we're about to open up the ability to, Hello, Halatali! Hail there, adventurer! I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance, and you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years ago past, as a training ground for gladiators. Yep. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self, until hard mode. But in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there's no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafa Joni near the entryway. Cool. Alright, so we can unlock Halatali. So we should be able to do it right after we deliver the stagger. We finish playing Delivery Girl. So, hopefully we can get some good tank gear. That would be my goal. That should always be your goal, is to get better gear for your main job. And if you pass on it, you are an idiot. There's literally no other way to put it. If you find something better than these pink things, and you decide, I don't need that, then screw you. Okay. Welcome back, Chisu. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Once ordinary dagger, now made special with the wonders of materia. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make, except it was parried for some reason. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily required, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat, especially in raids. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Chizu, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. We do have a materia slot here, but we're definitely not melding that battle dance materia that I got. Lord of the Inferno. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions. And so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Chizu. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself back to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. And so we return to Camp Drybone. 90 left. Okay. I'm excited to finally do a dungeon. Let's freaking do it. We'll do the trial, tomorrow. Probably gonna do Halatali and call that good. I mean, the Flame Sergeant is like right here, though. Ah, you're Chizu Sakuragi of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Chizu. Let's make sure it does. And so we have to head to the Invisible City, which is next to the Golden Bazaar. Oh, right. It's the thing that's filled with imps. I'm like, what the crap is the Invisible City? Alright, well. We'll deal with that later. For now, we have a Halatali to do. And thankfully we're a tank, so it should, keyword being, should be an insta-Q. So, we'll hope for the best. I mean, at worst, it would be like 5 minutes, so it's not that big a deal. And either way, while we're queued, we can, well, there's not really a point to trying to run up to the invisible city, because by the time when we finish Halatali, we'll be right back at the entrance. So there's no reason to move at all. We should be level 22 pretty easily afterwards, though. It's like, don't worry, people. I may look like a sprout tank, but I am an expert. Except at warrior, which is why I'm playing it. If it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue. Halatali means the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled and, bah, you have not come all this way for a lesson in history. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? This is like a haunted house or something. Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Well, unless you count the shadowy creatures. Those are the calls of Halatali, for now the beasts once kept for the Colosseum lurk here. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. The immortal flames must not be over level 20 then, because dang, that is pretty pathetic. From the look of you, you must be Chizu. I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. That's not bad. Getting better. Getting better. Alright, so now we can enter Halatali. The duty finder has been updated. Halatali, now accessible. So, let us queue up. Let's not join in progress. Let's never join in progress while we're trying to, you know, show off the thing. But you can set loot rules and all sorts of fun stuff on that screen. It's not important though. Halatali. Yep. Yep. Well, time to... Oh, okay. Told you. Nearly instant. And of course, I have my parser running, because why wouldn't I? I don't see my parser, though. It's not showing the overlay? Maybe I gotta reload it. Also, this DPS needs to freaking queue up. Yep, there it is. No data to show. Okay. You can't see that, and I've tried very, very hard to actually show the parser here, but it won't, so we'll just have to live with it. Live without it, I should say. But don't worry, I'll be sure to tell you how badly I'm doing. So this is Halatali. I will show off the opening cutscene because people hate it when you do that. I haven't seen these cutscenes in an extremely long time, too, so it's a little trip down memory lane for me. Into Nostalgia Town. Okay, so, first thing we need to do, as with any good dungeon, is to eat an egg. Okay, we're well fed, which means we gain an experience and bonus. I believe I've said this kind of thing already. Alright, now, our first pull here is this Doctor and Heckler Imp. As in Warrior, just like always, you want to couple of overpowers, maybe 3, just to be safe. And then go to town. I already used Bloodbath, so the healer needs to really do something. Be careful of the Doctors, they do have a melee AoE thing. We have a white mage who likes the deeps. Okay, that's fine. As long as they keep me alive, I couldn't care less. So, this next party, I will go ahead and use a foreship. Or, see, there's a little joke that goes with that because that's what we used to call that skill all the time in 2.x because it wouldn't block with like most of Bahamut's skills. So it became known as foreship. But yeah. Yep. We've lost aggro. And of course, we lost it to the freaking thaumaturge, so he's gonna run like all the way over there. What the heck is your... Oh, it's because you're level 23. Okay, so the gas bombs are interesting because like you can stun them for one. But more importantly, whether they explode or not, you gain the experience for them. So if they explode, it's not really a big deal. If that happens, they'll die instantly. But so will you. So I don't get caught in the explosion, yeah? Alright. We probably want to be a little bit careful of how we do this pull. And by careful, I mean we're gonna just pull everything and then spam overpower until I run out of TP. That many should do it. Though that is pretty decent deeps, honestly. I'm definitely not facing this guy right, but now I'm kind of stuck with it because this is how the monk is deciding to do his thing. So, if we have to, we also have emergency flash. Like now. Okay, well, one of the bombs exploded. That's good. Let's maim. This is going alright. We've got a pretty good party here. I, of course, am the weak link, but that's to be expected, right? Because of how terrible... That was a noise, right? Alright, cool. See? 1169 no matter what. And we are just about to hit level 22, so that's pretty nice. We'll gain, Berserk. That'll be really useful, actually. So, yay. Berserk plus Overpower will be, very, very good with, assisting us with grabbing aggro, since we have no way to really do it otherwise. Oh, I do have Foresight. Okay, let's go ahead and use it then. No reason not to, it's only a 90-second cooldown. We could use our dots, but honestly, I usually just don't until boss time. Alright, so Berserk, we'll put it... we'll put it at 1 because it's kind of important. Okay, cool. And we have the boss here. So, when you want to pull a boss, just run up into the room, make sure everyone's here, and go. Throw the thing, Berserk, do this. Use Fracture after Maim. I don't know if that's actually a thing you want to do or not, but that's what I do. So. And now we're pacified. Pacification's pretty fun, because if no one ever assumes it, then, you know, you're just kind of stuck not being able to do anything. But, and of course that makes you lose aggro. This thaumaturge is seriously just destroying me in terms of aggro gen. It's, kind of annoying, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But there's literally nothing we can do about it. Which is very unfortunate, indeed, because, that means the boss is gonna keep spinning around, and that's gonna be very annoying for the ninja there. Oh, well, it's a ninja, so he doesn't even have that many good skills. They're also attacking the flames for some reason. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Normally, the strategy is just to concentrate the boss and burn him and ignore the flames happening. But if you're a DPS and your group is, like, very, I don't know, fearful, there are these little Demantiuses and Noxiuses that come to this thing, and if they touch it, it'll do Scorched Earth, which is a party-wide AoE, and it hurts a little bit. but it's really not a big deal. Maybe it's because my gear sucks. It's definitely a possibility. But they allowed me to get a little bit of an aggro lead now, so I need to remember to fracture while berserked. Okay, guys, we can seriously just ignore the little fireballs now. The boss is like almost dead. Okay, but heal me, please. Well, okay, I got no heals, so I don't know how I was expected to survive that. Is he gonna revive me? Can he? No, I'm pretty sure they can. They just don't want to. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna return them. Hopefully that's not a thing that happens throughout the entire dungeon, or we're gonna have a miserable time. Alright, Voyager's Belt, that's not very good for us. Okay. I know how loot rolls work. Shouldn't that have come up before? No, because I was playing on PS4. Okay, get that. Alright. That was good fun. Next. We're missing somebody. Touch the portal near the fire. Yes, say chat when he's nowhere in the room. That's beautiful. I hope you're able to interact with things instead of... Oh, he was running back. They seemed to know what they were doing, but apparently I was wrong. Can I get a pro? You can't see the chat, but right now the thaumaturge is just trying their dangdest to figure out how to get into this room. And meanwhile, I'm asking this white mage person how to... The heck? What are they fighting over there? Ugh, screw it. I'm gonna just pull. Overpower till Zerk runs out. Or until there's only one enemy left. Hey, they figured it out. Good job. That took a while. Oh, gas bomb. Sweet. That's the best well, treasure chest is probably better, but... Next to treasure chest, you want the, shoot! Okay. Let's also stun the python. Guys, we need to kill the python first. It hurts the most. What hurts the most? Okay, anyway. But, yeah, seriously. The python hurts. He hurts a lot. And now I'm dead again. I don't know what this white mage is doing, but he's not terribly intelligent. He's level 58 too. There's not much of an excuse for that. Alright, we'll just return again. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it's funny because we were having this debate about, well, I mean, it's always an ongoing debate about these healers and when they should deeps and when they shouldn't, and that they should at all, and etc. etc. Though, if a high level white mage is doing zero deeps, it does mean that they are not using certain skills, and that they are just not doing their class right. But other than a few instances like that, I can honestly understand where people are coming from when they say they don't want to deeps. But at the same time, it's just more fun. I don't know, maybe I like the challenge. Just me. Okay. You don't have anything to apologize for, Mr. Blondie Huntress. You don't. Do we want to try the skip? Do we not? What's the plan here? Okay, well, I'm pulling the mantis anyway. So. I don't believe, god dang, I just cannot establish MAME. Alright. Python and a couple mantises. Easy peasy. Need to find a good way to use overpower here. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's use a bit of foresight action so we don't die as fast. I don't care about the poison! Ay vey. You know you need to throw cures to me, like, sometimes, right? Otherwise, this is just gonna keep happening over and over and over until we eventually slog through this somehow. Ah, iron daggers. They're pretty cool if you're a ninja. But we're not. I could really use some tank gear, god dang it. Alright. Once again. Oh, god dang it. Okay, we're just gonna stick with this because I don't trust this healer anymore. That and trying to pull 2 Coliseum Pythons plus these Scythe Mantises would have been just terrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh god, just the thought of it makes me cringe. Ninja seems like one of those types who likes to switch targets for some reason. You know, I was saying earlier that this was a pretty decent group, right? I lied. Okay. Do we remember to pull the winch at least? I think so. Yeah, because this is our 4th. Another bomb. Cool. Please don't get blown up by the freaking bomb. Why are you trying to kill it? It gives you the same crap no matter what. Alright, I'm gonna pull the python first. I need the freaking healer over here, thank you. Okay, let's go. Berserk overpower. It's giving me, oh, a good 20 points of healing every time I do this. It's better than nothing, though. I'm gonna die again. Nope, maybe the healer's getting better. That would be quite miraculous, wouldn't it? It'd also be nice if these DPS could concentrate on the target. More importantly, I feel like the Black Mage should probably be AoEing, because it's 3 targets. Oh, treasure coffer. Nice. You know, putting a potion or 6 on my hotbar probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay. Let's double up the boiled egg, because that's a thing you can do now. Didn't used to be able to do that, but now you can. Alright, here we go. It doesn't matter where you attack him from, because you don't have Aeolian Edge. Alien Edge? Whatever it's called. Just don't get hit by the Levin Shower. Simply because of that, I think I'll tank him over here, actually. And now we have the Lightning Sprite phase, which is a very awkward phase indeed, because you sit here and not be able to do much while we're trying to wait for him to, like, do a thing. Meanwhile, don't bother with Foresight, because Lightning Sprites, surprise, they use Thunder spells. And, you know, as we've learned, Foresight doesn't do anything against magic. So, it increases your defense by 20%. Which is pretty crappy at this level, I must admit. Our defense right now is piss poor, but... Okay. We're gonna... try and tank him. Try my dangdest. What are you doing? I can't get... I stunned him. I can't get aggro. It's just not a thing you can do at this level. Especially with this gear. Hopefully we can get a piece of tank gear at some point, so that maybe we can do just a little bit better. And hopefully it's not a helm, because that doesn't do me any good either. I like having the friendship circlet and its experience increasing properties. Oh, I'm also forgetting Fracture again. I'm not very good at remembering to keep that up, especially while it's untraded. Which is not a thing that we'll have to worry about anymore either, but... Okay, let's try Berserk Bloodbath. Maybe he'll pay attention to me at that point. Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's see what's in these coffers. There's 2 of them. So the chances of you getting something good, oh my god, are terrible apparently, because it's all mage stuff. I can't win. Alright, well, maybe I'll get an axe from the last boss. Or something. At this point, I'm pretty tempted to get the last piece of loot you can get in here, which is from an optional enemy, I guess is the word for it. Not much of a point of Foresight if the only enemy that can really do any damage, I can reduce any damage from, is the Rudispeak, and he's, you know, about to die. So, it's not terribly useful. And I'm dead again. Awesome. Actually, the gas bombs were doing auto attacks. I guess I should have foresighted. Alright, that's my bad, I guess. But it's fine. You just piss them off enough to get them to explode and then move on. Okay. Well, it sounds like they're doing it just fine on their own. I have barely any more HP than Blondie over there. It's pretty saddening, I must say. I also don't have any kind of provoke skill, so that's a thing. Granted, I probably wouldn't bother wasting it on this route to speak anyway. See if I can convince them to... Yes. Okay, cool. Why did you do that? It makes it much harder for me to tank him. Alright, well, this is the pit pasty. You generally don't see this, but I really, really need whatever's in that chest if it's a piece of tank gear. It was ethers. I swear sometimes that can be gear. Or maybe I'm misremembering. I can't remember. I know it's not because I'm not using enough overpower. It's simply because I just do not have the damage output to be able to out-aggro these people. It's very saddening if that gear is the main problem that I have. But I had a feeling it would be for a little while. Until we can start getting things. But we got mapping the realm. Okay, so the last boss is Tangata. Thankfully you won't have to worry about tanking him too much. I want to watch the cutscene. Screw you people. So that's Tangata. He's a giant ogre thing. He's also very fiery. And yeah, that's pretty much all we need to know. Okay, let's go. Berserk Bloodbath. Foresight. Maim. Fracture. Ah, dang it, he went invulnerable already. Okay, well, the main thing we need to do as the tank is to kill these fire sprites. But people seem to be doing that okay on their own, which means I need to kill the Damanta? No. Okay. Oh my god, you idiot. You need to kill the Demantis. Oh crap, and now the boss is active. So, just like the first boss, if they touch the boss, they explode. So he needs to not be in the middle. But I can't really drag him out of the middle because the second I'm trying to move away from him, he gets pulled. So, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that could happen. Fascinating, truly. Okay, I'm just gonna treat myself as a DPS. If the Black Mage wants to tank, he can have him. Running away from me does not help me tank him. Okay, he's been skull sundered. Hopefully that's good enough to get him to move. Even throw a freaking tomahawk at him just to get him to be in the center. Somebody kill this guy. Thank you. And that was Halatali. It was something. Jesus. Didn't get a single... Bah! Welp. I would have really liked to have some kind of an axe from here too, because otherwise the fight against Ifrit will be very, very difficult indeed. And now I can't even commend anybody because they all freaking left. Oh, but I got a comm. Woo! Man. That was pretty rough. But that is all for today's session of Final Fantasy XIV Friday. Join me next time when we head to the Invisible City and probably get our asses kicked, because at the very least, I won't be able to tank Ifrit. Not like this. It's gonna be so bad. I can't wait. But let's stop by the 8th rate so we can get some more rest bonus. At least we'll be a sufficient level. So there's that. Whew. Alright. Well, until then. Later, guys.